Howdy folks. Oh shit, it is quite early for some of you people, and for some of y'all I think it's pretty late. Anyway, howdy everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I know that this was a very last minute sort of thing. I mean, that's why we call it guerrilla, right? Because it's just a sudden sort of thing. Anyway, yeah, so I know y'all are probably asking, why so fucking early? And I think I already mentioned this yesterday, but so I've been doing the responsible thing where, you know, as a content creator, oh god, now I gotta call myself that, I guess, you know, you do the analytics and the shit, and then I was doing it, and I was like, oh dip, we got some people from different sorts of time zones dipping in, and I was like, you know what, let's try to make this easy on everyone. So I've been trying to like figure out a schedule that would be, you know, that would at least some people from different time zones can at least chime in. But don't worry, the schedule for Mondays and Fridays are still relatively gonna stay. It's just a matter of like experimenting on the other days, because here at Jacki Studios we respect people from all time zones, and we try to accommodate everyone of different shapes, sizes, religions, race, everyone. Aw, shits. Sorry, I literally just kind of like, what's the term again? When you just, what the fuck? I just boot it up. There. See, remember? See, I was like, boot. That's the word I was looking for. Exactly. But anyway, let me say hello to everyone who is here. Like, by some miracle, you are here. I mean, actually, this is exactly why I chose to like, okay, so what are we gonna do for Guerrilla? Oh, I know. Addressing questions. In case some people, you know, in case I say something, at least nobody can be on my ass going like, Jacki, what the fuck did you say? So at least less people call me out on the shit that I say. But anyway, hey Scarlett, what's up? I just want you to know that, again, thank you for being there yesterday. How was the new Red Cross member? And hello, indie champion, Olympic skate champ, indie man, Rob Champ. Karazard, hey, what's up? I hope you're having a good one. Snowy, please do not have a betting written on my name. I mean, I hope people be betting that I am more of somebody who is great rather than somebody who is not great. That would kind of suck. Legion, hey, yeah, I saw that you were like, hey, we're finally getting to my question, and I know, I'm sorry that it's taken so long, but I will. So today, because today's agenda is we are gonna go through all the questions that I did not get through in my last Zatsudam, which was like the Naruto one when I released my first cover. Holy shit, that's been like a month. Less than a month? More than a month. Oh my god, it's been more than a month. Well, poor, hey, what's up? Avery, nice to see you. Dan, what's up? I hope y'all are having a great one. I know it's a little early, and I'm sorry about that, but you know what? It's okay. It's just gonna be chill, because today we're just gonna, honestly, folks, the reason why I called the stream Beating the Allegations is because I did not have any fucking idea what to call the stream, because, you know, it's kind of like boring if you just say Guerrilla stream, answering the questions that I did not answer last time. So I was like, alright, time for a creative name. Beating the Allegations. That's what it's like. See, there we go. So today, wait, shit. So today we're just gonna be answering some questions, all of the things that you desire to know about me, I suppose. And if y'all actually have any additional questions, please feel free just to like shoot it here, and I will try to get to it, because today it's really just chillin'. It's really just vibing. Scarlet says he hasn't mentally recovered from last night. Well, guess what? In case we're playing Valorant tonight, that's not gonna be much of a recovery. You're never gonna recover anymore. Okay, so I've got a variety of questions here, and we are gonna try to get through all of these. So, first, wait, I have to open, which are my questions here? Okay, there we go. Alright, I think I already actually put the first question up. So, what are we gonna do? Okay, there we go. Alright, so the first question is, quick, hit us with a random fact. Okay, shit. Okay, so here's the thing, when suddenly you are put on the spot to give a random fact, suddenly I have so many things in my mind, and, okay, here's the first thing that fucking went into my brain. Okay, so there is a topic in pathology called necrosis, and necrosis basically means the unregulated death of cells, because you got two kinds of, well, not two, four, but the two main ones are like apoptosis and necrosis. Apoptosis is when it's a regulated cell death, and then necrosis is when it's unregulated. And under necrosis, you got like different kinds of patterns. So one of which is coagulative necrosis, which is basically the architecture of like your dead tissues are preserved, which is essentially what we call an acidophilic tombstone. So coagulative necrosis applies to a lot of parts of your body except for the brain, because in the brain we have this thing called liquefactive necrosis. So liquefactive necrosis is when you have the digestion of dead cells, which basically results in like the transformation of the tissue into like a liquid viscous mass, which is essentially what we call pus. So coagulative, the architecture is preserved. Liquefactive, it's not preserved. So that's usually when you have an infection, such as like particularly a bacterial infection, sometimes fungal, but it's usually bacterial. So this is when you have an ischemic necrosis in the brain. We call it like liquefactive. And another kind of necrosis is hold on, I'm trying to remember all the kinds. Gangrenous necrosis, which basically is like an ischemic coagulative necrosis of your limbs. So when that happens, that's what we call dry gangrene. So you know when like you see your let's say you got a really solid infection and and you see your limbs kind of turning green and shit, that is a type of gangrenous. But then there's also like this thing called wet gangrene, which is basically when there is, on top of the dry gangrene, there is like a superimposed bacterial infection, which is like liquefactive necrosis. And so it is liquefactive on top of like a gangrene. So there you got like wet gangrene. And then another kind of necrosis, which is very evident in patients with tuberculosis, it is called caseous necrosis, because it kind of looks like a cheese sort of thing. Like when you look at it under the microscope, no, not microscope, actually even just like a gross anatomy, you can see like it kind of looks like this cheesy substance. I know it sounds really gross, but yeah, that's what it essentially is. And then we have this thing called enzymatic fat necrosis, which is basically when fatty acids from like triglyceride break down and combine with calcium and forms the soaps. And this process is actually called saponification, which is when, I just explained it, you know, the fats in the shit. You typically see enzymatic fat necrosis in cases of like, trying to think of a case. Pancreatitis, which is basically an inflammation of the pancreas. And then we have this thing called, which I'm not super familiar with, but I'm trying, wait, what is it? What is it? There, fibrinoid necrosis, which is basically an immune reaction which involves your blood cells. So this is when, you know, you combine fibrin and your immune complexes, which is basically like this pink amorphous material type, which is kind of like fibrin-ish. And wow, I just seriously went into a tangent about necrosis, huh? But yeah, that's like a different patterns of necrosis. I did tell y'all that I had like a heavy fascination with medical sciences and all random shit, so let me just see what y'all have to say about it. Avery, I would say that I have a okay, let me just give like my background in science and shit. So in high school, we had, if you were in the honor section, there were certain types where you can like go through like a track, and I was under the STEM track because I really liked science, specifically STEM heading onto like medical sciences. Not because I had intention of becoming a doctor. Lord knows I can't afford to become a doctor because my goal was really just to be a teacher. So yeah, I have a vague knowledge on some certain scientific topics. I also was, I am certified in first aid and certified in CPR. And also I did like reading about science shit in general. Mostly because, look, you know, healthcare where I came from is not cheap. So sometimes you gotta learn how to do some basic shit. I'm not saying that I'm a replacement for actually seeing a doctor, but Lord knows that I was helping my siblings when we couldn't be affording to go to the doctor. Like, okay, okay, I'll give you another random fact. Okay, so when do you know when to use hot compress or cold compress? It's very simple. So when you so typically you're gonna use cold compress if like it is acute injury. Acute injury means like less than 48, less than 24. I'm gonna less than 48 hours. So and usually you use cold compress to like numb the pain. So it's good for like impeding blood flow and like just numbing the pain. That's why typically what happens, like when you sprain an ankle or like you sprain your arm, you're gonna want to put like a cold compress on it. Now mind you, cold compress does not mean that you are gonna directly put ice on it. Do not directly put ice, okay? What you want to do is maybe get like a bottle that's full of ice, wrap it in cloth, and then you press it down to the injury that you have. Never directly put ice, okay? Especially when you have a burn wound. If you have a burn wound, do not put ice on it, okay? You will want to put running cold water, okay, not too cold, like, you know, like an okay temperature amount on the burn wound, okay? Because you're just gonna give yourself a different kind of burn. Okay, so when do you use a warm compress then? A warm compress is when you want to actually like get the blood flow moving, you know, when you want to ease in like a muscle strain. So it is good to put warm compress on like a chronic injury. So let's say a sprain that's been like a few days already and you just want to like go in, put a warm compress. And that's when you know the difference between putting on a cold compress or a warm compress. Again, the reasons why I know this is because sometimes it's just easier to know these things rather than having to go to a doctor. Again, not that I'm a replacement for a doctor. Lord knows a licensed person is gonna know more than me. But I always felt like medical knowledge is always something that is very useful to have. Okay, hold on. Let me go through again the questions. I have a question. Have you ever watched NCIS? And if so, did you relate to the nerd goth tech doc? I am actually not familiar with NCIS, and I will make sure to actually just check that out. Why are y'all making cheese into sweat? Lord, no. Ew, that's gross! And wait, hold on. I know you're talking about Emmanuel Marin. Hey, how are you doing? I know you're talking about sciencey side of death and all, but do you know about the Kusozu, the Buddhist paintings? What do you mean by the Buddhist paint? What's that? Now I gotta search that up. Hold on. Now I gotta fucking search that up. What does that mean? Kusozu. shit, what is it? Kusozu, what is that? Wait, sorry, what is that? What is that? Hey, internet, Kusozu paintings. The 9 stages of, oh! The death of a noble lady and the decay of, I'm actually not familiar, but whoa, that's fascinating. I've always had, okay, besides like medical shit, I've always had a fascination with anything related to death and mortuary sciences. I don't know, I've always found it, I guess it's like a little bit of a coping mechanism since I've always been surrounded by tragedy and death. Yo! Okay, I'm very fascinated with it. Thank you for like telling me about it. And sorry, acute injury like a scar. No, acute basically means is when you have an injury that has been less than 48 hours. So just acute, to spell it is ACUTE. Yes, cold compress is good for suppressing inflammation. And okay, actually, let me just actually correct you a little bit on that. So Snowy says, just play some surgery simulator, you'll practically have a PhD. There is a difference between a PhD and an MD. So PhD basically means a doctor in philosophy. So these are like your people who took theses in like, fucking marketing, art, I don't know, any type of bullshit that you can think of. Now MD, that means medical doctor. So that is somebody who actually studied in the medical sciences. So there you go, folks. That's the difference between a PhD and an MD. And the reason why I'm not super anal about it, but like, okay, so there is this character in DC that I really like. Her name is Harley Quinn. They could never fucking decide if she is an MD or a PhD. Because, folks, I'm gonna just tell you right now, there's a difference on like the treatment that a person can have if they are PhD or MD in psychology. Sorry. So if you are an MD and you're practicing psychology, most likely you are a psychiatrist. A psychiatrist is somebody who can like, technically they are also able to give like CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, and they are also able to actually prescribe you medication. On the other hand, if you have a PhD, let's say you are a clinical psychologist, you're mostly focusing on talk therapy. I may be wrong. Please feel free to correct me, but if I'm not mistaken, that's essentially it. I'm not sure if they can prescribe medication. Maybe they can. Can they? Pretty sure no. Well, I have to research on that now. Okay. Wait. Okay. Oh, okay. So, MD and DO. So, hold on. If this is mostly an American thing, because I know not a lot of some countries do not have a DO. So MD is MD and DO. Okay, essentially, those are both degrees that qualify anyone to practice medicine in the United States. Okay, this is very particular. Okay, this is United States centric. The difference is basically like the philosophy and like how they were trained. So MD basically means or medical doctor. This is like when you study like allopathic medicine, which is basically any condition with medication or surgery. So anything. So we're talking like infectious disease, cancer, surgery, cardio, whatever it is. So that is essentially what a medical doctor does. On the other hand, DO, this is a doctor who specializes in osteopathic medicine. So which is basically, there is a focus on like whole body healing and disease prevention with or without traditional medication. Traditional medication meaning medicine, you know, the traditional that you know. Because there is such a thing called alternative medication where, you know, it's herbs, kind of like what the fuck do you call those things? The acupuncture and all that shit. So that's what you know. Cause okay, let's try to dissect it. DO, Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine. Osteo is like essentially a reference to like your muscles, to your bones. That's the thing. So it's more of like a holistic approach to medicine, which is seeing the doctor, not seeing the doctor, seeing the patient more as like a full-ass person to reach the diagnosis. Both of which have their strengths and their specialties. It's just that I'm actually not sure. I am not sure if a DO can practice in other countries. Because as far as I remember, DO and MD is kind of like an American thing. This is only from where I come from. There you go. If I am wrong, please correct me in that, because I'm mostly only familiar with MDs. Okay. Okay, psychiatrists could prescribe meds, psychologists, yeah, that's what I know, but the thing is there's a difference, because a psychologist can essentially be like, they can essentially finish like a master's degree, and then they can finish like a PhD. If I'm not mistaken, if you reach a certain level, you might be able to prescribe, but I'm not totally sure about that. And Legion, I have no idea who gave us this question, but there you go. That is a random fact. If you wish to know more medical shit, I mean, I'll do my best to answer it. I ain't no doctor. And Cinda, hey, what's up? Please stop mentioning bottom stuff. I swear to God, it's like every time you pop in my Twitter feed, y'all be saying suddenly some shit about being a bottom. Like, I did not consent to this. I did not ask this. Okay, next question. Holy shit, we almost spent like 30 minutes on just one question? What the fuck? Okay. Good morning, Asicon. I hope you're having a good one. Okay. Second question. Ooh, I like this one. What got you into D&D, and who are your DM inspirations? Bonus question. Do you consider yourself a harsh DM? Okay. I think I mentioned this before, but the reason why I got into D&D was I was very young, and there wasn't really much of like an entertainment system between me and my siblings, because we had incredibly outdated like computers and shit. So like sometimes the only thing we really had was like our imagination and books. So my Juniper and no, was it Juniper? Yeah, it was Juniper who actually introduced D&D to me. And then essentially we just started playing D&D around me and my siblings. It would be very chaotic because sometimes, I mean, try playing D&D with like 9-year-olds. I swear to God, it is a nightmare. And yeah, I would have to say my DM inspiration is basically my first, well, a huge chunk of it is my first DM, which is my sibling. And then, but in terms of like, if we're talking about mainstream, I feel like everybody knows, but Brennan Lee Mulligan, Matthew Mercer, Matt Colville, Abria Eingard, they are huge inspirations to me. But the big, I would have to say like the most famous one that has been integral to my DMing style is definitely Brennan Lee Mulligan. Like so before I discovered Brennan, I was more onto Matt, so I was a very narrative kind of like DM. And then when I discovered Brennan, I was like, wait, it can be that simple? It can be that chill? So eventually I kind of developed and took from his style. Especially, the thing that I really love the most about Brennan is that he never says no. Or like, he sometimes says no, but he has this way of saying no that still gives you a chance. Because I've experienced having a DM where they were very strict. And I gotta tell you, it wasn't fun. Especially like when you had like a crazy fun idea, they would immediately shoot it down because it would like mess with their plans. And as a player, it's very jarring. I mean, I do get it though as a DM because you don't want it to like escalate into like a bad thing, but as much as possible, it's like improv, okay? Always, yes, it's a very yes and. So what I usually love doing is like, if my player gives me something incredibly crazy, off the books and whatever, I just say, okay, roll me a luck check. Or like, I'll make them roll. And I will always tell them, okay, so what you're aiming for is this number because what you're achieving is kind of fucking impossible, but I like it and I want you to have the chance to succeed. So that's what I usually do. So actually, I guess in relation to that, do you consider yourself a harsh DM? I do not. I am a very forgiving DM. I try to let my players do whatever the fuck they want within reason. Within fucking reason. Like, I will let you roll, but there will be some times that, okay, like let's say when you're playing D&D and like you're in the middle of combat and they want to do some crazy shit and you don't exactly have the time, because if you like, suddenly just stop the game just to check on it, you kind of lose momentum. So what I like doing is sometimes I'll be like, okay, this is what we'll do for now. After the game, I will do more research on this to see if this is something that we can do again or not. Because sometimes, some players really be abusing your shit. Oh my god. Okay, wait, hold on. And no, okay, let me just read chat again. Cinda, do not do it again, for the love of fucking Lord. And did Brennan get me into birds? No. I've liked birds before that. Wait, Scarlett, was this your question? Oh my god! Oh wait, hold on. Avery asks, can I ask what is the most creative and or funniest solution did your 9-year-old sibling propose for a scenario in D&D? Okay. I'm trying to think, because there was a lot. Oh. So there was this, I will have to say, this is not my 9-year-old sibling, but this is me when I was 9 years old. So there was a situation where I think we were playing Lost Mines of Phandelver, and there was this goblin, because there were a lot of goblins, and there was this one goblin who was like peeing. He was like peeing on the floor. Like, oh wait, no. He was from a really elevated area and he was peeing all the way down. And here's the thing, I was playing a rogue at this time, and my other sibling, who was significantly younger than me, I think she was about, fuck, how old was she? 5? I can't remember. But anyway, she was playing a warlock, and I was like, oh my god, Lottie, this is what you should do. Lottie, maybe you can cast like Shock and Grasp. I forgot what spell it was, but it was a lightning spell. I was like, cast it on the pea, so that the lightning travels all the way to his dick and damages him. Because he was also holding hands with a bunch of other goblins, and they were like, yeah, let's fucking go. So that is the story of how we electrocuted somebody's wiener because they were peeing. And Snowy says, I'm incredibly freeform as a DM. I have a plan, but I'm so willing to let my players go wild if they want. The only issue is I can't get a group. I felt that. I mean, I have a group right now. I actually have several groups. It's just a matter of like the scheduling process. Okay. Oh my god, that was you, Scarlett! Wait, okay, Asicon says, what's the dumbest scenario you've ever done in a D&D session? Okay, wait. It's not, okay, I feel like it's not super, I mean, it kinda is dumb. Okay, so I was playing a session with my DM, and I was playing my rogue. And the thing was, somebody cast, I think, Wall of Thorn around me, or whatever that spell is where you're entrapped in vines. And the thing is, I'm a rogue, right? You want your sneak attack. You gotta have advantage. But the thing is, I was already entrapped. So I knew I was at a disadvantage. So I was trying to find a way to at least get me back to at least just one singular roll. Because if you have a disadvantage and an advantage, they can just cancel out. So I told my DM, DM, can I please roll to hide? And then my DM was like straight up just looking at me and he was like, Jacki, you are trapped? They are in front of you? How do you even propose that you had? And I was like, can I just try? And then he was like, fucking sure, do it, Jacki. A roll of goddamn fucking natural 20. And my DM was like, he was just looking at me and he was like, okay, so this is what happens. You see, the wall of thorns is very wall-y. It's more like a box. What you do is you pivot your way in such a way that they cannot see you anymore. It was so fucking stupid. But I applaud my DM for allowing me to do that stupid shit. But yeah. Florine, hey, what's up? And Archetype, the allegations are basically, me answering a bunch of questions that I had from last month that I did not get to do. Okay, Avery said, that reminds me of an experiment they did on Mythbusters about peeing on the electrified third rail of... So what happened? Did they get electrified? Did they get electrified? What happened? And Scarlo, hey! Thank you, I'm having a good one so far. But yeah. Love me some 5% chances as well. Jojo, howdy! Hey, I hope your headache is fine. I hope the paracetamol helped, and I hope you're doing good. Wait, okay, next question. Oh shit. I just realized there's a lot of questions. There are like 23 questions. Okay. Favorite crime. I like crime brulee. No. Okay, I mean, honestly, okay. Arson, just because, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a crime to like burn buildings and burn things without their consent. But honestly, man, I mean, if the building is abandoned and nobody's like touching it or whatever, who cares? Just burn it. It's okay. Okay. For legal purposes, arson, I am not allowed to say that certain crimes are okay, but I'm just saying that, okay, maybe in the D&D sense, go burn a building. Who cares? It's just burning shit. Have y'all never okay, folks, tell me, have y'all never had the urge to just burn towns and get money? I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one. Ocarina Pen, yes, Cromberland. Oh, Giselle Nicholas, I don't think I've seen you before. I hope you're having a good one, and thank you. It is the best crime. If it opens up imagine like you're in like this, you're in a place. Okay, imagine you're like in a ghost town, and like the only way to get out of the ghost town is to like burn a building. And through the burning of the building, suddenly you are all kumbayaing around that building. See? Exactly. Okay. I see your point, Giselle. See, if it takes out the place where homeless people can find shelter in, that is where I draw the line. So when you burn a place, make sure that it is unlivable, unhospitable, and like nobody's there, so that you don't commit murder as well. Okay, I do have a second crime that I do like, which is really just chill, which is basically vandalism. I like drawing PPs. You know, like spray painting a PP on a random wall, like a child. My mom burns an old Kamer when she was little. Good for her. See, okay, Scarlett, maybe let's not burn an entire town. Maybe like a ghost town. There we go. See, this is called compromise. This is the art of compromise, folks, and this is what we're gonna do. Okay, next question. Okay, this one was fairly chill. Okay, what's this one? Would you turn back time? Why or why not?
Oh, you see, I would never turn back time because I believe that my experiences made me who I am today, and I would like to thank everything that has happened to me that has built me to be a great—
No, of fucking course not. Of course I would turn back the goddamn fucking time. I mean, I think I've... I mean, I think I've established and have shared enough on streams that I have been through a lot, and if I could choose not to go through them, hell fucking yeah. I mean, I guess there is the caveat of like, if those things didn't happen, then I wouldn't have met Drew or Jemmy, but I don't know, I feel like I can still meet them through like fortuitous situations that didn't have to involve such trauma and shit. So like, yeah, I would definitely turn back time. I would try to like not ask my mom and dad for cake on my birthday. I would just, you know, just say, let's just bake something. Could have saved me a whole lot of grief. But I will say though, I'm always at awe at people who can say that despite of all the things that they've gone through, they would not turn back time. Like, I feel like that takes a lot of courage to be able to say that and just brave through what you've been. Because I do know that these experiences do make you a stronger person. But at the same time, I feel like I could have been a strong person without the trauma. Y'all feel me on that? I think I've already mentioned this. Yeah, exactly. JoJo said like, create a new timeline, you already lived a life, make it better for everyone else. Yeah, I'd like to do that. You know, maybe in another timeline I would have achieved my dream, which was to be like a teacher. I would have loved to be a teacher like my parents. That's exactly why, you know that poll that I sent on Twitter about, you know, doing like cooking or science streams or some shit. So, in a way, I guess it's my way of like trying to be a teacher, trying to be the teacher that I wasn't. Cause I really do, okay, I like teaching because I feel like I'm doing something for the community. Like, if you ask me what are my biggest advocacies, there are three things. One is basically the improvement of the foster and orphanage care in the system. Second would be health care for children who cannot afford it. And third is definitely education for those who are underprivileged. In fact, I was actually, you know, I was talking to Mugen about this literally yesterday, and I was like saying, I really can't wait for our channels to eventually be monetized, where we can get like donations and stuff, because my plan is, besides of course having some for myself for like a rainy day, but the thing that excites me is that I think I'll finally have money to donate to public hospitals, especially for children, when they cannot afford. Because the other day, one of my doctor friends was like, unlicensed doctor friends, sorry. One of my friends was actually telling me how they had a patient who had to fly all the way to the city just to get treated, but unfortunately they could not afford the treatment, so they actually have to go back to the countryside where they came from just to be able to afford that treatment. The problem is, in the countryside, they do not have the means to actually do the procedure. And it kills me that you have to spend so much money just to save your life. And so I just thought that, okay, with the donations that I will eventually get, I want to set aside some money where I can help fund children who cannot afford certain medications or procedures. And I know that I'm not gonna be saving the goddamn entire world. I know that it's probably not gonna be enough, because Lord knows chemotherapy is expensive as shit. Lord knows a lumbar puncture is gonna cost you so much. Lord knows surgery is expensive. But if I can at least help a little bit, just I don't know, maybe just pay for like your hospital stay, just a tiny bit, I will be okay with that. So many people, you know, it always kills me when I see children with disease, because these kids are fighting so hard to live, and then there's me who hates my life and shit. And I just want to do that, okay? Because you'll never know that that kid could be like, I don't know, the person who discovers the cure for cancer or whatever. And that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do with some of my money. Anyway. Snowy said, me going back in time to put money into every stock crypto. No! Wow, no! Not the crypto. Lord, no. No. Jelly Joel said they can still meet the younger you in a new timeline, and that old you will be a new. That's a lot of use. Can I just say, the way that, just random, the way the MCU did time travel, good for them. It wasn't as confusing as I would think it would be. Good for them. And thank you so much, Emmanuel. I mean, I'm not doing this to like cloud chase it. Oh, I'm such a wholesome person. It's really just, it's a lot of the influence of my parents, cause my mother came from like a line of doctors before she became a teacher. My father came from a line of lawyers before he became a teacher, and families always had an issue with that because they didn't pursue it. But anyway, so my mother would always tell me these stories of how she had like her father was a known doctor around the countryside that she lived in, to the point that when grandpa died, she mentioned how everybody in the countryside like went to the funeral. And the countryside, I ain't saying that it's like a small one. No, there were tons of people. Okay, see folks, when you live in the countryside, you tend to know like people, like you would know everyone. So the fact that everybody went to his funeral, it was very nice, because he was the kind who was basically, if you couldn't afford the treatment, he'd still do it. Just because he believed that every person deserves healthcare, and that is also what I firmly believe. Universal healthcare should be for everyone. And Giselle Nicholas said, my brother-in-law is a doctor, and he told me the story where this guy from Mindoro took a book for 3 days to go to the hospital, and he had an axe. Holy shit! That is terrible. I am so sorry for that person. Oh my god. Snowy says, I feel like y'all can make a Patreon or something if you want to monetize what you're doing currently, make cut down content, or do more song covers for the donations. I mean, it is along the lines. We do plan on making like a dono kind of thing soon. Just wink wink. I'm not sure if I can say that. No, I feel like I can say that. Snowy said, I wouldn't do it because I thought it was right or good, but because it could earn me the money I need to improve the world. Yeah. Oh, Miles, it's been some time since I've seen you. It's nice to see that you're still around, but I hope your errands don't kill you too much. I hope you have a good one. Damien, holy shit, are you done from your stream? Who are we beating? Honestly, we ain't beaten no one so far. So, I mean, I think there are no more questions on me being a bottom, because I'm not a bottom. For the last time, I'm not a goddamn fucking bottom. And Anka, what's up? Cannot read Russian, but hello. I hope you're having a good one. Okay, wait, next question. Shit, that became a little wholesome. What kind of motorcycle do you prefer? Chopper, sport, cruiser, motocross, scooter? Okay, I will say this: the motor that I actually drive is a cruiser, just because I had a huge Grease face. Grease, in case y'all don't know, is a musical. Because like ever since I watched Grease, especially the number Grease Lightning, I was like, okay, I really want a motorcycle like those from the 50s. Grease is from the 50s. Yeah, so yes, I drive a cruiser because I like images. And in case y'all are asking how I was able to acquire a cruiser despite the fact that I'm a broke bitch, okay, I will tell you the story. So, I feel like I need to give context. So, Rue, me, Jemmy, and I, we all come from different universes. And we live in a universe with Mugen. So, I guess this is now our 4th universe. And so here's the thing, Mugen sometimes senses to like do some shit. So, one time, he sent me to do a thing for him. And I got to visit like your world. I got to visit your world, And let's just say that I stole a bike. And I got to transport it all the way back here. And they will never catch me because it's a different universe. So guess what? You get what you pay for. Anyway, okay, hold on. Next question. Okay, shit. How many? So, oh lord, why are you a Homestuck? Any other dead fandoms you want to chat? You want chat to know about Sinner? Wait, okay, sorry, speaking of Homestuck, can I just say, I was so fucking shook when, shit, I'm trying to remember, who's that Hollow Star? I think it was Crimson. The moment, I think it was a question like, what's your favorite game or anime? And he answered Homestuck with all his chest. And I just gotta say, I respect that you are willing to let people know that you are a garbage truck. You are rubbish. You are a trash bag. Yeah, I respect that so much. So, yes. I love Scarlet, I know Homestuck. Folks, oh, this is yours, Miles? No, it's okay. But yeah, I did have a Homestuck phase. Any other dead fandoms you want? Okay, I need to share why I know Homestuck. I have a friend, cause like I have internet friends, and I had a friend when I was still living in the U.S. I had a friend who was from the Philippines, and she was a mod. And she was a mod for this thing called Homestuck PH, which I think is like basically the big Homestuck group in the Philippines. And she would tell me so many stories, so many out of context stuff, even though I had no fucking idea what the fuck she was talking about. So I was like, okay, fine, let me check this Homestuck. And I regret every choice in my life having to read through that bullshit. Y'all, in case y'all don't know what Homestuck is, I'm gonna tell you right now, Homestuck is longer than Ulysses. Ulysses is like one of the longest texts ever known to mankind. So I read it, and I have a Dave shirt, I have a Cardcat shirt, I have a Gamzee shirt, I have the Sufferer shirt, or the Signless, it depends on what you want. It's not my greatest pride, but I would like people to know that yes, Homestuck definitely invented astrology. That definitely, I mean, okay, to the Homestucks in the chat, whenever you see whenever you see the zodiac signs and you see them in colors, do you have that cringe when you see it's the wrong color? Like if you see the Cancer sign and it's color green, do you visibly cringe? You're like, no, that's supposed to be gray or red. Cause that's me. And sometimes when I see when you see the astrology signs with the correct colors, in your head you're like, oh, this person's a garbage can. This person knows Homestuck. Homestuck, oh my god. This is a cursed question. Archetype asked, is Homestuck like Omegaverse? Archetype, I do not know which one is worse, honestly. The fact that I know the Omegaverse is, I feel like, a sin against humanity. And to the folks who do not know what Omegaverse is, please just search it on your own. Please just search it on your own. But I will say I did follow the pipeline, cause y'all. Okay, you know how if you were into Homestuck, you eventually got into any of these fandoms. Tell me I'm wrong. If you were into Homestuck, there is a hot chance that you were also into this. Undertale, Hetalia, Steven Universe, Adventure Time, Has Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss, Cuphead. Fucking Genshin Impact. Y'all tell me I'm wrong, and if I missed something, feel free to tell me, but I know I ain't wrong, because I know there was a goddamn pipeline, because I was part of that shit. And Emil, you know, I've actually only gone through like 6 questions so far, so maybe I haven't gone to yours yet, and I'm so sorry that we went through the Omegaverse and the ABOs. Lord knows nobody wants to know about that shit. Jelly said, why do I feel like I step into a wrong room coming from bad fandoms and discovering there are more? Well, please do tell me, what are these fandoms that you talk about? Encod said, and also, are you reading chart top to bottom? Oh, chat. Top to bottom, or one and just a few chats down? And hold on, I have to read that. Are you reading chart top to bottom, or one and just a little bit few chats down? And it's just 1, 2. You don't look at the other 2, but the bottom, it's like reading 1. I will say, okay, I'm a little confused with your question, but I will say that I try to read as much as chat as I can, especially if there's a question. Scarlett says, I feel like the Homestuck fandom is so much worse than the Omega. Really? You know what? Actually, fair. I will say the Homestuck fan, because at least Omegaverse is more of like a trope. You know, the ABO, the alpha, beta. You know, folks, I used to hate Omegaverse so much because it always felt like a kink. Like, there was always this way of just feminizing and masculinizing roles when it didn't need. But I will say, it is one of my guilty pleasures when I read smut. And wait, what do you mean, Emmanuel? I thought you were trying to beat the allegations. Why is this about us? What? Oh, I mean, I still am. My friend had to explain ABO to their PhD professor, and I was like, oh my god. Wait, folks, imagine having to explain Omegaverse to your parents. Holy sakes. Holy shit. Oh wait, shit, Scarlett is so right. Super Hulock. Oh my god, people who were into Homestuck. Okay, folks, tell me, who was into Super Hulock? Because I wasn't into Sherlock. I wasn't into Doctor Who, but I was into Supernatural. Like, I tried to finish it, but then I kind of stopped like season 8 just because it was like, okay, this is getting nowhere. This is getting nowhere. Oh god, okay, if we're talking about Tumblr culture, do y'all remember the Onceler phase? Do y'all remember the Lorax and everybody with the Onceler shipping the fucking... Oh god, how bad can I be? Oh lord, every time I remember that phase, I always go like, man, people really do be wanting the gays because y'all will ship anything with anyone. Pregnant? Pregante? Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, I have no qualms with writing about pregnancy and all that shit. It's just that sometimes when I read Omegaverse, it's like, are y'all just... I like Undertale and Deltarune conceptually, and I have... Oh, you do? Wait, you haven't played Undertale? It's actually a pretty good one. I cannot put into words the amount of depravity the Homestuck fandom has created over the... You know that Homestuck is a cultural icon when you know that it is a Homestuck AU just by putting stuck in it. Like, you've got fandom stuck, you got prom stuck. Prom stuck is, again, my favorite. You got, like, Hetalia stuck, Undertale stuck. Jesus Christ. Gekupo, hey, what's up? You didn't evade your taxes? That's good. Just avoid them. Encod asks, so I was wondering if you could actually play Minecraft Dungeon. If you don't know, I could explain, but the chat does not allow that much words. I can't explain. Oh, you know. Okay, so I've never played Minecraft before, but I will say that Rue is trying to get us to play Minecraft. Oh shit, I forgot! The MLP! MLP was also part of the fucking pipeline. Yeah. Wait, okay. Next question is, would you ever do a science show watch along reaction? I don't think I've ever seen a VTuber do that. Okay. I will say in general, we could do a watch along or like a reaction on like on a certain server, but to do it on stream, I will say reaction videos are not my cup of tea unless the reaction is done by like in such a way that it's like a professional. Like I've always found it very fascinating. Like there is a certain channel that I forgot what the name is, but sometimes they would like invite actual professionals, like a lawyer reacts to Legally Blonde, or like a doctor reacts to The Good Doctor. I've always liked it because it's always coming from a place of information, but if I'm just reacting and just laughing along with it, I mean, I guess if it's very highly requested for me to be doing something like that, I would be open to it, but personally, it's not really something that, it's not something that I'm over the moon to doing, unless of course I'm doing it from a place of information. Like, okay, I guess if you guys make me, like, if we do like a science reaction I don't know, like maybe, let's just say, okay, I guess, as an example, let's say we do like a watch along of like a Grey's Anatomy or like Interstellar, and I actually give you some information and input about it. Yeah, sure, I'm open to doing something like that. I'm no expert though, but I am willing to have like discussions because I've always liked to learn things. I like knowledge. I like learning stuff. I know I'm a goddamn fucking nerd. You know, Jemmy and Rue always tease me about it, but it is what it is. It's my fucking interests. So hold on, let me just read more. Honestly, knowing Homestuck really dates you from a particular era. Sometimes you know a person's age based on the fuck they've read and shit. Encod says, also, can you explain all of the members you have? I thought it was like 4 people, but there's like 2 boys, 5 girls, or 6, and I know like 3 of you guys in his name. Oh, okay. I feel like you're referring to yesterday because we had a stream yesterday. So, yesterday we played Gartic Phone. We had a bunch of guests. We had Jojo, who is a robot VTuber. Robot refrigerator VTuber, yes. He's one of our friends. Then we have Panma, or Pancake Hime. She was actually the one who drew all of the chibis. She's a fantastic VTuber. She's an artist VTuber. And then we have Florine Hanan, who is such a sweetheart. You know, I love her because it's like she will say the most unhinged shit from out of the blue, and then she will suddenly dive into something incredibly insightful. Like, I really, you know, her Twitter is great. I like actually reading the shit that she posts and the stuff that she says. I feel like it's very insightful, and she's a very good person. And then we have Scarlet, who is now my fellow garbage man. Scarlet is Scarlet Fortissimo. He is the Bard VTuber. He's the one who is wearing red. He's a very great person. We talk a lot off stream, like D&D, Homestuck, sometimes random laugh shit. He's great. And then of course we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. And then we have my bandmates, who is Rue V, and we have Gemini. Gemini is the siren songstress. She's the one with the wings. And then we have Rue V, who is basically the vampire. They are my ride or die. I live with them. We live in one tiny apartment. Well, not really tiny, actually. It's actually kind of sizable. Rent's good, too. And yeah. Wait, I saw a doctor react to fatalities from Mortal Kombat? Oh my god, really? Local criminal reacts to robbery? I could do shit like that. Local robot reacts to mecha anime martial artists reacting to fighting game. Yeah, y'all know what I mean. Punk rock nerd is a niche. I feel like I am such a niche. I feel like, you know, every time, like, I feel like I'm so all over the place when it comes to my content, because I always say I am the rebel robot rapper, but I have not rapped yet. Wait, no, I've already rapped. Actually, I am planning a karaoke stream where it's just rap, because Lord knows I need to do one. And you know, you would expect me to like have games like GTA or like Mortal Kombat, but no, you see me playing dumbass games, and then my PowerPoint presentations are always like either very, I mean, I've done a crimes presentation, and then you have me making stuff about cannibalism and then talking about necrosis and all this shit. I'm so all over the place. I'm so sorry about that. Wait, hold on. I thought it was Arctic Monkey. Gartic Monkey. Gartic Phone, yes. Oh, Gekkobo, you're in the gym? Let's get them gains. Wait. Oh wait, sorry, why did I just say Fortissimo? Scarlet, sorry, that was my, cause you said Fortissimo and I I'm in Scarlet for, oh my god, do not roast me because I know your name is already on the chat. And I just, oh god, you know, actually speaking of that, you ever have that thing where you're like talking to somebody, you're like having a conversation with somebody, and like your name is already there typed out, and they still have the fucking gumption to actually misspell your name? And you're like, bro, you just gotta read that. And you still misspelled it. What the fuck? I am so sorry. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay, Emil, you know, good night. The sun still ain't up. Good night then, or good morning, good day. I hope you have a good one. Okay. Avery asks, oh, thank you for calling me your favorite niche robot. Okay, hold on. About science shows, what science channels do you like in YouTube? Been watching a bit of Kyle Hill lately. Okay. I guess I'm gonna say the ones that I'm subscribed to. Well, I do, bleh. TED Ed, Casual Geography, the guy who talks about animals a lot. I like listening to that. Okay. I will say I don't remember all their names, but I am subscribed to these certain kinds of channels. Things that talk about astronomy, Dr. Mac, because I like learning about medical shit, biology sorts of things. I'm trying to remember. I did watch Bill Nye when I was young. And yeah, I will say that's mostly my interests. And when it comes to science, my biggest interests are anything biology related, specifically medical biology. Not so much botany. I was terrible in botany. I hated botany. Okay, hold on. Let me, but I guess seeing that you guys are enthusiastic about science, I think I will get to it. Okay. If you could download any skill into your brain instantly, what would you get? Oh, you know what? Language. I would love to be able to learn languages at a snap. I feel like, I don't know, I would like to just learn French, German, Japanese, every language there is. Like, there is this one YouTuber that I sometimes watch. I forgot his name, but it's that white VTuber, sorry. It's that American VTuber that, who speaks, fluent Mandarin, but he also speaks different kinds of languages and he surprises people with it. I would love to have that skill, really, to just be able to do any language. And then the second thing that I would like to be able to do is surgery. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Casual Geographic! There we go. Oh, and yes, I do listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson. I actually loved his take when I think somebody asked him about his take on Interstellar, and I really loved getting to listen to his input on it. Interstellar is actually one of my favorite movies. So here's the thing. I'm not too keen on sci-fi, like Star Trek and stuff. I don't know, it's not my cup of tea. I know it's actually pretty good, but it's just not my thing. But Interstellar, I love it when, I love sci-fi where it's mostly focused on the science bits of it. Okay, yes, yes. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Ancon asked, sorry, so... Wait, what? What was your question? Sorry, let me just go. Any other style adventure looking girl that won a yellow hair and white hair goes something starts with K. Okay, so I read your question, but I do not fully understand it. I am so sorry. But yeah. Oh wait, another is I would like the skill to be able to play any instrument that I want, because right now all I can play is a guitar, ukulele, some ethnic instruments from the Philippines, and some ethnic instruments from Korea. I think it was South Korea. South Korea? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Xiaoma! That's the guy that we were talking about. Yes, exactly. Wait, okay, next question is... What the fuck? What is this? Oh, no, not this one. Follow-up question to the skill thing. How do you now feel having instantly learned a skill that humans take years to master? Okay, given the situation where I would be able to download a skill easily, I'd say pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good. I mean, imagine like not having to learn. You know, I always think of the situation, like, do you ever have that thing where in your head you're like, sometimes I wish I could go back to being 5 years old, but with all the knowledge that I have? Because imagine if you were 5 and then you have all this knowledge, you could instantly go to college. Like, you would be hailed a genius. That would feel great. Okay, I'm gonna like kind of speed through these things because Rue, Jemmy, and I have to do something in around in like an hour or so. So, forgive me. If there's howdy, how come nobody says... Really? This is what you choose to ask me? If there's howdy, how come nobody says hooty, whatdy, weirdy, windy, and whitey?
You're so funny.
Wow. Okay. So you see, folks, just because I'm a robot, y'all be thinking that I can do this shit. No, I can't. Okay? There are some limits to the things that Rue gave me. I think, like, essentially the only thing I got is mostly the physical stuff where I can, like, you know, shoot lasers, shoot guns, and all that shit. Really? This is... Okay, hold on. What's the next question? What number is the y'all count? Who was the one who used to do a y'all count for me? Was it... Somebody used to do a y'all count. Was it Kairazard or Avery? I'm trying to remember, but... Pretty sure it's in the hundreds. Maybe thousands. Okay, hold on. Encod asked, what kind of blood type would you like? Every kind of blood type gives you special power. The blood type A gives you the smart of doing any kind of building. Blood type B gives you the power of building any car. It doesn't matter the cost. Okay, what about... Are we considering RH here? Are we considering O? Okay, what does O do? Because so far A is okay with me. Okay, wait. What? Oh shit. Okay, what is this question? Do you have... Oh, okay. Do you have 2 left feet when dancing? Have you tried walking around with 2 left feet, actually? There was one time when I did misplace, like, my right foot, and I accidentally put my left leg twice, so it was very awkward. But I will say, okay, in terms of dancing, I am so terrible when it comes to dancing. In fact, I am so terrified of the day when, in case like we really make it big and then we are up on stage and we have to do a dance, because the only one who's gonna be a great dancer is Rue. Rue is so great with dancing. She's like, she dances K-pop a lot. And she is so fantastic when it comes to that. Jemmy, I'm not sure if she dances, actually. I mean, she's a great singer, but she ain't no dancer. But I am so bad with dancing. I usually fall flat on my feet all the time. Like, when Rue was, like, teaching me how to dance, there were so many times I just fell on her that she kept on asking me, at this point, Jacki, I feel like you're just doing this on purpose so you can get squished there. And I was like, no, I am legitimately really bad at this.
And me being on your, like, you know, bosom is just a little bit of a, you know, it's a little bit of a, you know, bonus point. Yeah.
There you go. But, okay, nutshell, I'm bad at dancing. Rue, fantastic when it comes to dancing. Okay, what is this question? Are you sure about that? Sure about what? The inevitability of my death? Sure, I guess. Rue being a great dancer? Yeah. We are just basically speedrunning at this point, huh? Okay. Why is 3 your number? Well... So... Okay, I'm just gonna say my original name was Jacqueline. Jacqueline Kane. I'm not gonna tell you my last name, but it was Jacqueline Kane. And my nickname is essentially... My nickname is Kane or Jacki. And the simplest reason is because when I turned into what I am, I was trying to like kind of leave my past-ish behind, but I didn't really want to leave my name. I didn't want to have to go through like having to rename my fucking self. So I was like, you know what? Let's just change E with 3. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. That's why 3 is my number. Nibbity! Hey! It's so nice to see you! Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Wait, if howdy is hello, what about goodbye? Body? What kind of... I mean, there are so many ways that you could say goodbye. I mean, like... What was I gonna say? Wait, hold on. I mean, we could say that's all for today, folks. Like fucking Looney Tunes and shit. Imagine if you guys had 3D. Would love to see Rue dance. She is so good at dancing. You know what? Maybe one day we could have like, maybe. So how much intimacy did we feel to get your... To be fair, I have been mentioning Kane. I've been mentioning Kane beforehand. I'm not too particular with you guys. I mean, knowing that. I just don't want y'all to know my last name. Cause I'm kind of embarrassed with my last name, so y'all will never know my fucking last name. All you'll know is that it starts with the letter W. Okay? That's all you'll know. I mean, adios is pretty much that's Spanish though, but I guess we could say adios, amigos. Okay. What is the next question? Jacki3, do you have a coffee maker on your robot stomach? No, actually. So, my functions are mostly in my arm. Okay, so most of my robotic parts are limited to like my limbs and to my back. But around the abdominal region, it's actually... I actually don't know. Again, we've never really done surgery on me, but I will say that my skin is pretty tough. Like, if you stab my arms, they're not gonna, like, give away at once, and if you stab around my torso area, it's not gonna give away as fast either. But I will say that I still bleed blood in some parts. When Rue tried to bite me, when we were experimenting if like she could drink from my blood, she tried to bite me. It took some effort for her fangs to actually really get there. And yeah, she said my blood tastes weird though. It's like It's like acquired taste. It's like when you know how like when you drink kombucha? It's kind of like that. Cause like my blood is mixed with a little bit of motor. So it's weird. Wait, let me see your guesses for what my W is. Wonka. Wow, really? My name was almost Ocean Battle. That's a cool name. Wellington. Nibbity, you're... I will say, Nibbity, you got the syllable count right. Wombo. M is for mini and W is for Wombo. Jacqueline Kane West. You're kind of close, but no, it's three syllables, but West is a good last name, actually. That should have been my last name. Morgan Battle. That's a really nice one. In cowboy culture, there are a few ways to say goodbye. Here are some common phrases used by so long, partner, adios. Like cat? Happy oh yeah! So I think y'all be thinking that I grew up with cowboy culture. Partially, but not too much, okay? I did not really grow up in the Wild Wild West. Just because I talk like this does not mean that that is like essentially what I do, okay? So it's like wine, but not enough years in it. I guess so. Your blood tastes like... No. My blood is not like kombucha, okay? It's like... What I mean is, you know how like a kombucha is like an acquired taste? So I guess that's the kind. But, I mean... Rue still drinks from me from time to time because she sometimes like... It's... I'm not gonna explain this anymore. It feels too intimate to be explaining. Wallsbury? What kind of goddamn fucking white ass name is that? What the fuck? Wait, hold on. Well, the next question is neck pillows. Why? Because they're great. Okay? Like, they're fucking great. Like, especially if like you're traveling for like a long ass road trip. Neck pillow, so good. Although I don't usually travel with... I mean, I'm saying, like, if you have one, it's really good. But I don't actually have one just because I'm usually... It's either I'm the one driving. Because, like, okay, between us and the Renegades, so there's Rue, there's me, and there's Jemmy. Jemmy is the last resort, okay? It's like, So, we taught her how to drive. Well, mostly Rue. I was just vibing at the back. It was fucking hilarious because Rue was like, Jemmy! She would be like that kind of person. It's like, okay, Jemmy, accelerate, not decelerate! It was so fucking hilarious. And so usually our designated driver when it's a car it's Rue, and then next would be me, although I don't usually drive the car. I mostly ride the back. And then it's Jemmy as a last resort. You know, if I guess we were all incapacitated and drunk as shit. I guess it's her. Okay, there we go. Jacqueline Kane Wild West. What kind of Yeehaw! My lord, really? Wait, William. That's a nice name, actually. That's an actual name here. A famous-ish stand-up friend. Wallsbury? I mean... Okay, good for them. And you can do a later stream like an electric where you think about it. Can you make a live stream of you playing... I have no idea what that game is, but I will check it out. Sounds like a fanfic with those What do you mean? No, I'm just giving you information! I can't deal with neck pillows since there's no comfortable way to rest my head with them around my neck. I mean, that's why some people sleep in different ways, I think. So Rue is the dad of the group in the driving teaching scenario. No, Rue is more like the mom. Cause like a mom is backseating. A dad is kinda like laughing at the back. I'm more like the dad. Worldwide Web! Ah yes, my name is Jacqueline Kane Worldwide Web. Mr. Worldwide. Oh my lord. Okay, what's the next question? 110 or 220 volts? You mean with how I charge? 220, I guess. I don't fucking know. Okay, we are meeting actually the last 4 questions, folks. Okay. Oh, okay. These are the questions that were sent on like my YouTube. Okay. What is something you think is underrated that not people should do? Wait. That note people? Okay, I'm gonna interpret this as a question that means what is something you think is underrated that people should do, okay? Because I'm not sure if note is like a typo. What is something you think is underrated people should do or honestly, educating yourself on how to do first aid and CPR. I feel like that is something that everyone should know. It's all, because like, again, it's gonna save you so, there will be some situations in your life when you go to a doctor and you realize, damn, really, that's it? And not to diminish the work of doctors, okay, because I believe that there's always a situation where you need to, like, let's say you have a sudden migraine and it's like really pulsating and painful, please see the doctor. But there have been so many situations where it's just because you were so scared of what it was, when just knowing some key information could have saved you. Like a trip, like, okay, what do you do when you have, like, okay, what happens if you burn yourself? I mean, first of all, determine, is this a first degree burn, second degree burn, third degree burn? Most of the time, it's gonna probably be a first degree burn, unless you were actually like in a burning building and you got cooked alive, and then I guess it's a different situation. But yeah, I feel like everybody should know how to do CPR. Everybody should know the basics of first aid. Everybody should have some essential kits in their first aid, which is exactly why I do plan on doing like a first aid and CPR stream one day. Trying to figure out the logistics of it, because how do I demonstrate that in a way that does not dox myself? So yeah, because I mean, I know y'all know how I look like, but like, because here's the thing, every time when we go to your world, because again, we live in different worlds, when we go to your universe, we kind of look different. It's really wild, it's really weird. I don't know how to explain it. And like when we go to Jemmy's world, we actually look like a different kind, and then when we go to Rue's world, we look more like we came straight out of Castlevania. It's so fucking weird. Anyway, yeah, so I think that's one thing that I believe that people should know. Jackie, what? Rue, I'm sorry, I haven't made lunch yet. I promise I'll make lunch after this stream. Wait, okay, hold on, wait. Let me just go through. Let me just go through this. Florine asks Jackie, kumain ka na ba? I mean, I don't eat. Again, I don't eat. I just need to drink motor oil and I'm good. Have a blessed day. Take it easy. Catch you on the flip side. Oh, those are good ways to say goodbye. Okay, okay. Wait, Jelly Joe, yeah, that is Matthew Mercer. But yeah, it's so weird, cause like, you telling me you don't look like a robot on the material. Okay, let me just say right now. So, in Jemmy's world, we kind of look like people from Lore Olympus, and then when we're in Rue's world, we kind of look like we're people from Castlevania, and then in my world, we look like we're from fucking, how do I explain it? Like, a really dystopian comic book, I guess, which is, it's really weird, and like in Mugen's world, this is exactly how we look like. Let me just say, it was very jarring, okay, seeing how we all look different in different worlds, and in your world, we look like the people from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I guess. That's the best way to put it. But yeah, so I feel like everybody should know a little bit of first aid, a little bit of CPR, regardless of like regardless of what your occupation is. I feel like that is something very important. And I guess in terms of like what should people do or watch, play Dungeons and Dragons. Or like actually Vampire the Masquerade. Please play TTRPGs. And for like a TTRPG that's really good, that isn't just Dimension 20 or Critical Role, please try Legends of Evantris. It's so good. It's so funny. The people there are fucking hilarious. Do you look like the puppets from the Liza P in Rue's World? I have not... How do the puppets look like, actually? I'm not sure. Because I haven't... I've seen Coco Zan, who is another streamer, who played it, but I'm not sure, actually. Okay, hold on. Let me... What's the next question? If you make Gemini and Ruby do anything for an hour, what would it be? Huh. You know, I was gonna say, you know, last month I would have said I would make them cook for me. But after the fucking bullshit that I saw last week, I don't think I want to see them cooking for me no more. Oh wait, you know what? Actually, I do. Yes, Scarlet! Evantris! Yes! Yes, you know what I'm talking about. They are so good. I discovered them through Instagram, cause like, I'd watch their reels, and they are so fucking good. They're so fucking hilarious. I'm just saying right now, please try this. Okay, so, if anything, I think what I would like for Jemmy and Rue to do is to do the chores for once and like do it the proper way. Okay, I will say, around the house, the reason why Jemmy always teases me that I'm the maid or something, it's because, okay, growing up, I did a lot of chores, because, you know, we don't have maids. We don't have maids, okay? We just do shit. So, laundry, sweeping, fixing the garden and all that shit, you know, gardening, or, no, actually, we didn't really garden. That would mean we had money. Mostly I was the one who would do it, because, oh lord, oh god. The first time we did the first time they did laundry, oh lord. Okay, so here's the thing. When you are doing laundry in the laundry machine, you have to separate your white clothes from your clothes that are colorful, okay? Otherwise, it's gonna seep into the white clothes. And now instead of a white shirt, you got a red one, okay? And then, so if anything, I feel like what I would like for Jemmy and Rue to do, ideally, is I would like them to do some chores, but I am so scared of what they're gonna fucking do if I make them do the chores. Lord knows they can't even fucking use the steamer and the goddamn fucking iron right, and I gotta do it. I mean, I suppose it's okay, because Jemmy grew up in a culture where that is not a thing, and Rue essentially grew up with like a royal vampire family, so I guess she didn't have to do them chores. Exactly. So, I would like to say I would like them to do chores, but I'm scared for them to do it. So I guess maybe what they can do for an hour is to serve me, but even then I wouldn't trust that. I don't know, maybe play me music. You know, be my own personal banjo. Okay, Legion asks, do you transform into something? If I could transform into something, what will it be? I would like to transform into somebody with mental stability. Okay, I know you did chores, but the way you did it scares me sometimes, Rue. Rue, if something falls on the floor, you just can't put it on the... Okay, I will say between Rue and Jemmy, Rue definitely does chores better. Okay, I will say, though, that when it comes to sweeping, Rue is actually really good at that. She's really good at sweeping the floor. She's really good at mopping. She's just not so good when it comes to laundry. I'm sorry, the laundry thing just stuck to my head, okay? But she's actually very, very capable of that. She did, I forgot you lived alone. I'm sorry about that. Okay, what's your guilty pleasure? Wink, nudge. Oh, I was gonna say Omegaverse. You know, like when you're reading fanfiction, your guilty pleasure is fucking Omegaverse. No. I guess I'm romance novels. No, not romance novels. Romance mangas. I don't like reading romance novels. See, that's the thing, Rue. You use magic. No wonder you're so good at it, because you're using fucking magic. No fucking wonder. Okay, I do that shit all on my own. Okay? You should do it too. Oh wait, what else is a guilty pleasure? I guess that. Okay. Sometimes I like it. You know, I wanted to answer this, but then Rue is here, and now I don't know how to answer it, because now it. You know, I'll wait for Rue to leave. Rue, please leave so I can say this to chat, because people are gonna think it's weird. Oh no. Explain Omegaverse. Omegaverse is the concept of ABO, where you have alpha, beta, and omega. So you got the alphas, who are like the dominant race, who can impregnate anything. Omegas are like, regardless of gender, you can get pregante. And then betas are basically, you know, the normal ass human beings. There you go. I'm trying to Bro, leave! So I can tell you! Okay. Hold on. You know what? Okay, maybe Rue's not here. Okay. So, okay, I'm gonna say guilty pleasure is, so when a vampire actually drinks your blood, it feels very nice. But then you have to make sure that they don't drink everything or you will die. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna expound. I will not expound. I will not tell people anymore. Okay, there you go. That's it. That's it. Is this the kind of science you like? No. I'm just gonna say it is a guilty pleasure for me to read. Okay, that's it. Just reading. Not engaging. That's weird. So can Kratos get pregante since the God of War logo has... Oh my god. Asicon, why would you ask that? Why would you ask that? Why would you ask that? That is the worst question that I've ever received in my entire life in this chat. This is terrible. This is... How dare you make me read that with my own eyes? How dare you make me... No! It's not a kink! It's a very comforting... It's like, it feels like you're being... Okay, folks, to the people who have watched Baldur's Gate... Sorry, played Baldur's Gate, when Astarion sucks your blood, and, you know, the narrator is describing it, it's very accurate. No! Why is Rose still there? No, leave. Also, wait, you can't turn, because the way of turning is, so they suck your blood, and then, afterwards, they feed you their blood. That's how you get turned. No. This is the worst. I'm not saying that you have free reign to do it all the time, though. Don't do it. I get tired when you do it. Okay. I get really tired when Rue does it with me, and it's tiring. Okay. So. No, I did not grow up with Twilight, actually. I just know a lot about vampire lore. And a lot of Rue actually being the allegations. Okay, the last question is, what D&D class or multi-class is your favorite? Mine is Barbaric Warlock Fighter. Oh, that's not a bad one, actually. So my favorite D&D class is definitely, I would have to say the Bard. The Bard is my favorite. Close seconds are like a rogue. I really do like rogues too. follow-up, I do also enjoy clerics, but really my favorite one is bard. So in terms of bard, my favorite subclass will have to be eloquence bard. I swear to God, if you want to fuck with your DM, and if you are an incredibly creative player who loves role-playing, an eloquence bard is for you. Eloquence bard, just imagine, at level 3, you will have, at level 3, you have advantage, You have, no, at level 3, you essentially have expertise on, like, assuming you take it anyway, on, like, deception and, like, persuasion, and it's gonna be hard for you to roll anything lower like an 18. It's one of the best. It's one of the best for me. In terms of cleric, my favorite subclass is actually the Okay, it depends on what kind of it depends on what kind of cleric you're playing, but I really love trickery and twilight. Trickery, because trickery gets one of the best cleric spells. Okay, like dimension door and polymorph? Bro, thank you, next. And then rogue, just because I'm a very tricky player. I will have to say that my favorite multi-class is I typically like multi-classing bards with rogues, because you're essentially like the biggest skill monkey there is. But I will say one of my favorite things that I ever had to play as a multi-class was I played this is actually essentially one of my favorite characters that I ever played. I played a changeling. I played a changeling charlatan who was a trickery cleric who was also multi-class to rogue. And I'm gonna just tell you right now, it is one of the most unstoppable characters I've ever played. And I also played them lawful evil. It was so fucking fun. But barbarian warlock fighter that is not a terrible multi-class. I could see where you would like that. Wait, okay, hold on. Oh, snowy monk is your favorite? Actually, I did enjoy playing a monk. I love getting to, especially when you do flurry of blows and then you do a stunning strike next. The only monk I've ever played though was trying to remember. I played a cobalt soul monk because it was a critical role setting. And yeah, let's fucking go Scarlet. Let's go Bard Gang, Bard Gang. The goofy cast vicious mockery. Yep. Your second is artificer. Oh shit! I will have to say, I have a artificers are also one of my favorite. They're one of my favorite classes. Even though they get shit on for being kind of like underpowered, or like not a lot of people play them because again, like they're not as powerful as they could be like a wizard or anything. The flavoring of an artificer is so fucking good. Especially, one of my favorite NPCs that I have is actually, shit, I'm trying to remember, I think they were what were they? It was an artillerist. I was playing an artillerist, artificer. Yeah. Ask on ask. If you had a D&D, if you do a D&D stream, can Rue be a rogue? Just so we can call her Rue? Or a barbarian? Yeah, sure, yeah. Rue, did you hear that? If you're still here since you fucking stalker. There you go. And you love to rage Legion? Yeah, I mean, barbarian isn't my favorite just because I'm somebody who really likes playing, spellcasters, or at least anyone with the capacity to cast spells, because if you rage, you can't really cast spells. Oh, so your first monk, Snowy, was a Kensei monk. Nice to know. Actually, folks, just tell to y'all who played like D&D, what's your favorite? Because like I got a lot. Artificer. Oh, I have not played UA Maverick yet. But yeah, actually, you know what, folks? That is actually the last question that we have. Let me check. Is this the last question that we have? Is this the last one? Yeah, actually. Oh shit. See, folks, we actually went through all the fucking questions. I'm so proud we finally did it. And yeah, so wait. Nibity asked, "Hey Jackie, Can you get another horse and name it Mayo? Cause mayonnaise. Oh my god. Mayonnaise, I love that. Wait, hold on. I love that one. I'm stealing that one. That's great. Oh, Shadow Monk is actually really good. Actually, Snowy, if you should try like mixing a Shadow Monk with like a Shadow Sorcerer. Nuts. It's a nuts combination. Swamp Druid. Oh, you know, I really do love Druids as well. It's just that I will never recommend a Druid to like a first-time player. So, Marisha Ray, you are a real one for having to play a fucking Druid as your first time playing. But anyway, yeah, folks, that's actually all the questions we got here. So, if y'all actually have any more questions, please feel free to ask. We can do like 5 more minutes because I do gotta be meeting Jemmy and Ruru in a bit. We do gotta converge in the sofa and talk about some certain things because we got something that I accidentally, well, something accidentally happened to it, and that's what we gotta do. So, yeah. So, I'll give like 5 more minutes in case y'all want to ask questions, and then we're gonna just end the shit. But is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick. Mayonnaise is not an instrument. Avery, I've read a manga about an artificer. He was cast out because he made cursed items, hence getting called Cursifier. But the stuff he makes are actually legendary class. What's that manga? Please share to me. What is a manga? I want to read that. Grave Domain Cleric is mega goth kid energy. That is so true, but can I just say, Grave Domain are honestly clutch because their ability where if they see a natural 20 and they just basically say, nuh-uh, saving, they be braver than the Marines. They be saving so many people from that shit. And Christian Villanueva, hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Loxodon Jesus? Loxodon? Can I just say, very good taste. Very good taste on having Loxodon as like your favorite race. I feel like I'm very basic when I say that my favorite, you know what? My favorite race used to be Tieflings, but I feel like my favorite race now is actually ASMR, or ASMR, which is essentially if Tiefling was too mainstream for you, here you go, here's an ASMR, especially if you play like a fallen ASMR. It's basically, oh, it's a Tiefling with a different flavor. Because, the reason why I love ASMR so much is because, so in my very first long campaign with like somebody who wasn't with my siblings, my DM, I said to my DM, I want to play a Tiefling. And then he was like, wait, I have a suggestion. Why don't you play an ASMR? A fallen ASMR. And I was like, oh, but I want to play Tiefling. And he's like, trust me, you'll like it. And holy shit, he was so right. I absolutely enjoy playing a fallen ASMR. But mostly because of the way he flavored it, because he kind of homebrewed it a little bit. So essentially I was playing, the way he made my fallen ASMR, it was basically having the features of like a protector ASMR. So I guess it was cheating a little bit, but still, I just really enjoy playing it. Also, again, it's basically Tiefling with a different flavor. Advice on DMing. Oh, that is so vague. Advice on DMing. Learn how to play Aikido with your players. It is always yes and. Learn how to maneuver a no into something better. So again, try not to say no to your players. Just find a way to like, okay, if your player is trying to say, can I seduce the dragon? Tell them that, okay, you may roll to see if you can entertain this dragon or whatever, but do not give them exactly what they want, especially if it's very derailing. It's like, okay, I had this one situation where my player wanted to like bed the king's daughter, so I was like, okay, roll for it. And then he rolled really high, and I said, okay, The king finds you amusing and decides that because he finds you very amusing, he does not kill you on the spot for actually disrespecting his daughter that way. So that's one way how you can actually still make your player do something, but not entirely giving them something, especially if it's something that's really just kind of bonkers. So really, just learn the art of Aikido when it comes to DMing. And also, I guess here's one more advice. If you are DMing, you don't have to build the entire world. Just start with a town and get to with it. Because I swear to God, sometimes, like my first mistake with DMing was like I tried to build a world and I never got around to actually playing in it because I kept on writing about it. And there you go. Now I just learned, you know, if I at least have a basic concept, I can at least make it up as I go. Because the thing is, you are not just the storyteller, it is you and your players. Loxodon Rogue, the biggest possible person hiding in the funniest of, you know, okay, I remember reading like there was somebody who basically made like a barbarian rogue, and what he did was he put like stats in intimidation instead of like stealth. So like whenever he failed a roll, he would just say, "You did not see me," and then he would roll to intimidate. That's one way of doing it. That's so smart. Zealot Barbarian is better than Grave Cleric to me. I mean, you're kind of comparing like a potato with like a fruit. Because those are two completely different subclasses. So, I mean, if you pair them together though, which is essentially, that's you pairing Caduceus and fucking Yasha from Mighty 9. Aarakocra? Based. Drow? Good. I love Drow too. I've played a lot of Drows actually. I would say though, Aarakocra, you're cool. You're cool. Aasimar Bloodhunter, Divine Inquisitor of the Church. Ooh, I love that. That's a great combination. Honestly, the Bloodhunter is a fucking fantastic subclass that I haven't played as a player, but I played as like an NPC. Dwarves and Drows! Based. Very good. Yes, actually true. Snowy said learn the basics of improv because essentially D&D is all about improv. D&D, may you give me advice for sharing a meal with the final boss of the chapter. Roll to persuade, honey. Roll to persuade. Jackie, can you do a stand-up comedy D&D right now? Nibbity, I just want to say that your faith in me as a comedian gives me so much laugh. Because, you know, I did think of, you know, I have thought about it, like, what if I have, like, one stream where I do stand-up comedy? And I was like, wait, that would mean I need to be funny. And I am not funny. I just say a bunch of random shit and I just hope some of it lands. Your first character was a Tabaxi monk. Oh shit, I've seen the broken ass builds of like Tabaxi monk, and then you pair it up with like the mobile feat. Fucking nuts. Anyway, I feel like that is all for today, folks. Thank you so much for coming here. Thank you for tuning in and actually listening to me just talk a bunch of random shit and answering your questions. Oh, I do have some funny nerd stories to tell, actually, Snowy. But yeah, thank you so much, folks, for being here. There will definitely be more Zatsus in the future. Actually, I hope you guys enjoy shit like this, because this is actually one of the more relaxing streams to do. I actually prefer this sometimes to playing games, just because I actually get to talk to you guys more. Because when I play games, sometimes I'm so heavily invested and concentrated in playing it right that I don't get to talk to you guys as much. But yeah, so I hope to do more stuff like this, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Wait, sorry, I just read that right now. Avery said, manga titles my S rank party fired me for being a crucifier. Pontius Pilate? Is that you? Crucifier. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. But yeah, thank you so much, folks. I will say, we will definitely do another type of these streams. And I will say that the D&D content is gonna be coming by next year. It's just that I've been trying to figure it out, but yeah, and I'm just gonna say, Scarlett, you're gonna be part of the D&D content videos, okay? You have no choice. I've already signed you up. You are an honorary member of the D&D content team. You got no fucking choice. But yeah, I have so much planned actually for next year. Like the poll really informed me of like what you guys want to see. So next year I will be focusing on doing more like Zatsu's informative streams, science streams honestly, and like weird PowerPoints. Because I do plan on like, it's gonna be weird PowerPoints, but like it's also gonna be informative. Because again, I really do like, I like learning shit with you guys. Because whenever I do these streams, I do have to do research on my own as well. And getting to just know about these things more in depth, it brings me so much joy. It gets me out from like actually just, you know, scrolling through TikTok and watching stupid ass videos. Because doing these streams actually teaches me more things, or like reminds me of shit. Like did y'all know that if you ever pee and you notice that there are a lot of ants around your pee, chances are you might be pre-diabetic, because that essentially means that there is glucose in your urine, and glucose is not supposed to be in your urine. So today you learned a thing, and that's gonna be what I want to do, just us learning about shit. Anyway, yeah, you already sold your soul to the devil, and Snowy said, wish I could join, but I hope you have fun. You know, I have thought, like, maybe one day, like, when we make the Discord server, maybe, like, a members-only kind of shtick, maybe I'll just host, like, a one-shot for, like, people who win, I don't know, the lottery and who gets to join my game. I don't fucking know. There's just so many things that I'm planning for the community, and I'm just so genuinely excited to be able to share this, because you know, when I started VTubing, here's the thing, I didn't really see much of the appeal of being a streamer, because I've always found it very stressful, because like content creation is so, it takes a toll on you mentally, especially when you don't hit certain numbers. But then I realized that the reason why people like this is because of the community you built. So I hope to build like an amazing community with you guys. And so like maybe one day, maybe it can be like a prize, or like where I host like a D&D game, not just for like my fellow VTuber friends, but maybe for you guys, which again, it's gonna be very select. It's gonna be like a draw lots and whoever fucking wins, because guess what? I ain't about to host a fucking game for 20 people. That ain't me, and I can't do that shit. But yeah, we are definitely, actually, Absolute Buffoon, we are definitely gonna have like a Discord server. Hopefully by next month it's gonna be up, but yeah. Anyway, that's all for today, folks. I hope you guys have a good one. To the people who if it's still daytime, I hope you guys have a great day. To those who are about to sleep, good night. I hope you have beautiful dreams. But anyway, thank you so much, folks, for being here. Peace out. Oh wait, no. Peace out, hijackers, and Jacki out.